sweeties, Nanna Tazzie here. Let's see. I have a nervous energy that is building and building and building. I'm waiting for something horrible to come in. I don't know what it is yet. I don't have a direction, but it's driving me crazy. But it's definitely building, so I'm going to use this nervous energy to do all the projects. After I drink some more coffee. Okay. The new camera apparently can do like 18 hours of video or some such, and the battery can do like 180 minutes before it needs charging again. So I'm going to test this theory and try and do huge chunks of video today that I'll have to put together later. So we'll see how that goes. But I am very, very excited about this. The biggest projects today, I'm trying to put like items together that just make sense in my brain. And doing chunks of video makes sense as far as I've always got multiple things going anyway. That way I don't have to clear off my space, do this part of something, clear off my space, do that part of something. I can have it all similar projects. So I'm going to start with this sexy beastie here. I splurged so bad. This is the, what is it, Webster's Pages Traveler's Notebook cover that I splurged on with a gift card. I had it all of 2 hours and decided it needed some smuts on it, so I broke out the Dr. P.H. Martin's Bombay India ink in, let's see, in the violet. And yeah, I did some faux coffee stains in the purple violet there, and that way when I ding this up, which will happen, it just will, but when this gets dinged up I'll feel a lot less stress about it. I have gutted, let's see, my blue Traveler's Notebook cover. See, the dog chewed the corner, look at that. Look at this right here. Look, apparently it's very tasty. But the issue I'm having with it is as it's being used, the spine is starting to crack. Just a little bit, but it's very noticeable, and it's gotten really stiff. So I think I need to try this again for a notebook cover on canvas. This was just paper bags, just recycled paper bags. So I will try that another time as well. So I will use this, I'll cut it up and use it in something somewhere, and I'll reuse the elastic and the charm. But what I've done is take the books out that I had in there. Let's see. Oh my goodness. I took the books out that I had in the blue one just to see how they fit, because these were actually, I made from a gutted one of these. This was the Walmart cheapy variety that we picked up on sale. I picked up a bunch of them for $1.50 a piece in the dot grid. It's done by Exceed, and they're amazing. This thing has been through hell in just 3 months. This was an experiment, my Q4 experiment. And some of it's good, some of it I'm going to have to rework and do layouts and you know, that kind of stuff. Color coding gets old for me after a while. I just stopped actually paying attention to it. I need more space for just random doodles and plans and stuff, it turns out. But now I know that, so I can plan ahead. Still going to keep my monthly spread. My weekly's not going to look quite like this. I'm going to change it up. Let's see. Something else. Oh, my trackers. Let's see, is that one? Yeah, my trackers. I'm going to try and break those down and just do a weekly one, because coming back to this page specifically, because that's all this page is, it's just a giant tracker for everything. I end up not using it. So what happens when I do remember to check it in is I come back and back it up for the week with did I do all these things. And that's, I mean, I'm still using it, I guess, but that's not how it's supposed to be used. So I'm going to ditch that, and honestly, I don't need all of these little things, just basic categories, so I'm going to have to shrink it down anyway, so it doesn't need an entire page. I do have to make more of these too, the little paper clip ribbon things. I love them. Actually, I'll have to dig out some fabric since I'm about out of ribbons to make those. So yeah, this whole thing's going to have an entire overhaul. As far as breaking down the fourth quarter into one book, that was awesome, but I don't know if I want to keep that when I make the new ones for the new setup or not. I believe for the now, I am going to use there's still so much paper in these, and will carry me through until the books are full. But this helps me track my YouTube stats and all of that, which I was looking back, in June I had 49 subscribers, and we're in December, almost the end of December, and I'm at 750 some. So it's really fun to do that. I didn't think it'd matter yet because, you know, I have a tiny channel. As far as YouTube's concerned, I have a tiny channel. But it is growing and it is fun to track. I've been tracking, well, mostly. This is just a basic, each of these colored lines is when I've posted videos, so I can see what's been going on. I have to catch this up. But I can see, I can correlate numbers growing, and more interaction and channel growth based on what I'm doing, and how much content's actually going out, that kind of thing. So that's been awesome. I did set up 2018's all on one page because that seems like, my original plan was to write down what the title was, but some of my titles are stupid long, so I'll have to work on that. I like them though. I like words. But yeah, these are just general running lists. Every time I have an idea, what I want to do, if I need to flesh out an idea. This was for Winner Winner Chicken Dinner, so it was in a list over here. And then I broke it all down with the rules, what I wanted to include, that kind of thing. I have one for social, I have one for the blog, which I need to get back to. This one I need to fix, and I just shoved it in the back of the Traveler's Notebook cover. But that's not going to work for me because it's so stiff. This one I did just as an experiment with cardboard, and then I put paper on, a paper cover over it. So what I'm going to do is take that off here in a minute, and I will just find some scrapbook paper to stick on as I did with these ones. The reason for that is these are so flexible I can actually flip through them, which is far greater than this stiff thing that it doesn't want to give at all. It's just way too much. Some of that's the cardboard, some of that's the glue that I used. So that needs redoing. In here, the Webster's cover did come with a basic insert. It is plain paper, and it's much skinnier than the books I've got in there, but I've decided I like the different sizes. I mean, they all lay flat anyway, so I can see them. So I might have to change up the washies on the edges so I know which book is which. But as far as making inserts, I will probably bounce between the skinny ones and the slightly wider ones, because I do write really big. This is still a lot of space though. I do write really big, and I do want to do more of the memory keeping type stuff as well, not just track my weeks or plan stuff or whatever. I'm also going to include my lovely, gorgeous new little bitty journal in here, because I do want to start journaling. I haven't done it for years and years and years. It was always as a therapy thing. Anybody with depression, bipolar, manic depressives, anxiety, PTSD, etc., 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 you should be journaling. And not so much to focus on the sucky days, but to get it out and then ask yourself at the end of each journaling session, how can I feel better right now? It could be go for a hot bath, go for a walk, make a cup of tea. If it's nice enough outside, go outside. If it's not, and you have sunshine, sit in the sunny window, read a book, do something. You have to make yourself do something to clear that. Otherwise you're going to feed back into it, and it's just going to do a cesspool type thing where it just circles. But you can help yourself even a little bit. I know this because I do this every day. Not the journaling part. That part I got better at the doing more stuff, so I don't have to sit and journal to get it all out anymore quite so often. And I do it through, you know, art journaling and stuff. I either write it down, deal with it, paint it into something other, or as a reminder, or I do have a burn book, and all my epic, like, this should never be seen by another human being type, raw, just rage. That stuff goes in a burn book. When that book is full, I burn it. Tear out pages and burn them. And in doing so, I am physically letting that go. And then it's done. I don't worry about it. Okay, as for my cover, the reason I went with this one is this whole setup here. Because I didn't realize it was that wide. I thought it was, you know, wide enough for a driver's license and that kind of thing. But it is so big. How big is it? No. It is so big and deep that, yeah, I don't want to have to dig out my stuff every time. So what I did was cut down my Purdy one that the mister had got for me. And at the moment I went with the skinnier half. This one's awesome too, but this one is a little bit skinnier. It still gives me a pocket. I still have photo ID. I still have space for, you know, my millions of cards here. That for the moment is going right here, although I may tuck it back here. We shall see. I do have to update this. Look at these cuties. These are my girls when they were itty bitty. Aren't they adorable? So cute. Seems like 100 years ago now. But that's just one of those little little wallet photo thingies. What I'm going to do, I think, though, is get some more of these. These would be great for ATCs as well, which I never thought about before. But that way you can have little bits of art and stuff. Or stickers, or just little bits without having to have a full-size zipper pouch or something. Okay. Yeah, crazy energy. Wah! Okay, so we're going to fix that. Also, I don't know where we're at with that. The new notebook cover came with, oh yeah, that's way better now that it moves. Way better. Okay, yeah, we're going to make flexible covers. This was the packaging that the notebook cover was wrapped in, the protective plastic. So what I've done is cut it down. I have to try and get this ugly sticker off. Or cover it with a better sticker maybe, I don't know. But I've cut it down. I plan on using packing tape probably. Maybe some colored duct tape to stick those together inside and out. That should make one of those fancy dashboards that all the planner girls are going on about. But I cut the top part off. Let's see, that went like so. Well, that was from here. Went like so. I've just cut it on an angle, and I will stick the bottom and the side down, or at least the bottom, so I'll have a tuck spot. This one I kept. I don't know what I did with the other one. I may cut it down and stick it on also for just little tucky things. We shall see. But I'm going to try that as a dashboard cover. It is my understanding that they're good to have if you need things stuck in them, or like sticky notes. Just put extra sticky notes and then you've got that when you need it. Stuff like that. I don't know. We'll see. it was packaging, you know. It says hello in the gold. It's pretty. If it doesn't work, I can always take it out, chuck it, or cut it up and use it for something else. Which actually is probably what I'll do with it. Okay. Let's see. That is that part. In my mad dash for trying to get organized this year, I also, while I've been stalking the Traveler's Notebook covers, the one I actually really was after and had in my wish list all year was the one in the champagne color. And they never did bring it back. They kept, you know, it said that they weren't sure if or when this particular color was coming back, which is tragic because it is so gorgeous. So gorgeous. So I settled on the blush stripe. There's a floral, a teal. I think that's a teal with small gold stripe. There's the one in the pink, all pink. I went with this one because it happened to be on sale for $29 instead of the $32 or $33 that the others were. So it was fine. It's my very first one. So, yeah, I plan on having it until it dies, and then I'll worry about other ones. Although so far, without even using it yet, I love it. Absolutely love it. I know I will sit down in the evening and just be tickled pink to use this. So that's a win. But I've also been stalking on my wish list the Me and My Big Ideas sticker packs. That's the one that I got. I went with the 1829. That's how many pieces, how many stickers are in this pack. And this one was on sale. I did look at it at Hobby Lobby here, and it was almost twice as much in the Hobby and Joann's, Hobby Lobby and Joann's, almost twice as much. And it was like, I'm not paying that for stickers. I'm not. So yeah, I got them on a heck of a deal for after Christmas, and I believe the reason I went with the big pack, again, because I don't really have a system going or have really used stickers in my planner. They won't be everywhere. Like, you see these planner spreads here? It's all stickers. As pretty as that is, that's way too busy for my brain. But I want to know how much time it takes to sit down and actually do all the stickers before you sit down and write everything in here. It is my goal to sit down, write out stuff that I need to know as far as future planning, write it all out on the stickers, and then put stickers where I need them. That's kind of how I'm planning on doing that. But as far as that goes, I don't want stickers everywhere. I really don't. So I got the big pack so I can share this with my youngest daughter, who is just now getting into actual planning and stuff now that she's 20 and all grown up and doing her training for personal health and wellness coach. So yeah, she's going to start having appointments and that kind of thing as the year goes on. So I want to make sure that she's set up as well with fun, easy to remember planning, reminders, appointment stuff. Okay, so that's the sticker pack for that. I need to redo that cover and make a dashboard. Okay, that I will keep extra somewhere. It will come in handy, I guarantee. This is stuff out of my old planner. I also broke out, and I may have showed you this in another video, I'm not sure, the Exceed journals. What I'm going to do is go through these with distress stains that I got for Christmas. I'm just going to spray them all willy-nilly, and I'm going to use these. I wasn't sure what I was going to do with them, but I think now, now that I've got those photos that I found stacks of, I think I'm just going to do memory journals for those, which is fine because these are lined, and I'm not a fan. Look how small it is. You see up, they're tiny, tiny spaces. So I can, you know, spray it all and then stick photos wherever and then just do, you know, little waterfall flip things or flip outs and just make it fun and pretty and just write and scribble on any which angle. Not worried about it being ruled. Okay. In my mad dash to get ready for doing planner inserts, I pulled out the little flow journals I got out of that big pack. There's a set of 4 of them. I've started writing in these. I spend, on the weekend, I just grab all 4 and I sit down and I go and sit in the sun on the front porch and spend 30 minutes or so just flipping through and write this bit or write that bit or whatever. So I've been doing that, but I need to make it a cover still, which I thought I had started, but I don't know what I've done with it. I don't know. Because the one that I have, this is the one that I started with leftover fabric, and I still need to finish it, isn't the one that isn't the right size for these. So I had started this separate, but I don't know what I had planned on putting in this one. Maybe I was just playing with the idea. I can't even remember. But I need to finish this one. I want to do something more steampunk-like for this one. Unless I leave it as a traveler's notebook cover and just in and out. I don't know. I'll get there though. I have plenty of journals to keep me busy forever. Let's see, I'll put that back over here. Okay. But I pulled out the last of my Flow book for paper lovers papers. These ones for all were the monthly ones for all the birthdays, right? I don't know if you can see. And they're just cute, but I can cut these down if I need to. And they're awfully skinny, but they should work perfect. Yeah, they should work perfect as they are. But I don't know if I want to leave them this size. Let's see. No, it's smaller. I would have to cut them down a hair to fit in the Traveler's Notebook cover as is. And these pages were huge. This was the, this was Flow, the notebook, the Flow paper notebook. And it's just got, you know, little stamped bits, and it's got a border drawn on here. It's pretty paper, but I pulled it all out. I donated here, there, and everywhere, so I shared. I was good, I shared. I cut down some scrapbook paper and stuff that I had. So yeah, I made, that one's already put together. I've made inserts or signatures of sorts, I just haven't used them yet. But I don't know if I want to cut that down and use it in my notebook cover. I'm just going to call it a TN. Yeah, I don't know if I want it in there as memories and notes and stuff or not. I also went through the yearly set of papers, the huge paper pad that I got from Tuesday morning. Thank you to my tip jar angels that afforded such a luxury. But I found this huge paper pad for, it was like $5 or something. Maybe it was $7, I don't know. But it's got papers that will take you all through the months, all through the year. I've already used some, you know, for January and December. For journals and that kind of thing. So what I'm thinking of doing is also, I don't want to cut them down though, is the problem. Because I can fold them in half and that will fit perfect as for the skinny notebook in here. This one. But I will have to cut them down a good few inches. And some of the pages, like this one, that just wouldn't look right. So, phooey, what I might have to do is make a tall, skinny TN for these. which is fine. I'm actually finding that I like the skinnier books and things, which I never used to. I used to like great big wide ones, or like ones I could flip over and lay flat, but the more I play with them, these really are adorable. So just weird sizes or shapes or something. So what I'm going to do is play with all these things, and then I will come back and do like flip throughs or show you what happened with them, what they look like now. Okay? I may show you some of the process of like doing the stained books to get them started. I don't know what else I could possibly show you that you'd be excited about to see. But we are on our way to building the best start we can for 2018. That's the whole plan for this one. I will also be doing video. I might have to do voiceover for it, for Recycling Christmas. I got to get that stuff done. It's sitting to the side. It's all Christmas stuff. I don't want to put it away just to have to drag it all out next year and then try and figure out what I want to make. The plan is to do a Christmas journal now, using all that stuff, getting it out of the way, but making a Christmas journal, putting it aside for safekeeping for next Christmas, so I can just pull it out and hopefully do like December dailies or something, because I've never done any of the dailies memory stuff. I have been looking at like the new version of the Polaroid, the little Instax or whatever. They just do little bitty instant photos. I really think I'd do dailies if I could, you know, take a photo, print it out right now, and stick it in. But we shall see. We shall see. All right. I will see you in a little bit. I need, oh, yeah, I need more coffee. Isn't that beautiful, though? Yeah, I'm not going to leave that on there. I need to make some charms because I don't have any. Oh, I do have the ones Malia sent. The breast cancer awareness ones. I will put one of those on here for sure, for sure. But yeah, I need charms and dangly things, and I don't know. I like dangly things. I'll find something. Okay. Let me reorganize what I'm doing. Ah ha 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 ha. These, this. Do this, do this, do this, do this, do this, do this, do that. Okay, anywho, I'll jump back in, well, probably in a few seconds for you guys. Love you for now, bye-bye. Okay, quick check-in here before I get going again. I made the, taped together that plastic cover. I had to trim it a little bit more, and I've put in, it's got double pockets, which I'll do a flip through when I get all the TN cover all put together. But that one's made. I've been working on these pages. Now that I've got them all folded, I've folded them with the image side together. The plan is to make the journal like so, and then I can either leave these plain or stamp them, decorate them, or stick them together and turn them into pockets. But while I've been looking at them and folding all of these, I've decided I'm going to cut it in half horizontally. My reason for this is these are so cute. What I'm going to do is make the little letter journals that I've got for my grandbabies. I write to them in their own journals, and that goes in their memory box when the journal's full. And I will give those to them when they're old enough to really get it, because they're just babies still. They're just little bitty guys. So the two oldest ones will get one of these, and baby Oliver will get a different one. I need to get some newer paper packs, I think. Although I've got projects to finally use up the last of my old scrapbook paper. I've had it forever and ever and ever, and it's almost gone. Because every time I say that, I do a bunch of projects, and it's like never ending, never ending paper supply. But it's all I'm so bored with all those prints and designs. I really like newer stuff as well. So if I can get some newer stuff in and mix and match between the new and the old, that should make it much easier. But the next plan is to cut these in half so each journal will be yay tall, which is still enough to just do, you know, month by month, just write letters to them or stick in little ha-ha funnies or things that made me think of them or that kind of thing as we go. But that's the plan for this year. So yeah, the next part will be cutting them all down, stitching them together, and I'll do flip throughs of those at the end of this video as well, most likely. So, let's get on with it, shall we? Huzzah! Hey guys, so I just got these all cut up and into their stacks for each book. I hit a slight, well, I didn't hit a snag, I had a thought. Instead of sewing all of this together, because it's going to take forever, I've got 2 of them to make, plus all my other projects I've really got to get on. What I think I'm going to try is a glued spine text block, similar to some of the ones that you'll find in bound books. But yeah, what I've done, these are my what will be, each page will be a signature on its own or whatever. I've got some extra papers. These will be, let's see, oh, I guess they're both flowers. I didn't think about that part. Shouldn't matter. No, okay. We'll keep the same ones, but I will stick this one at the end here and this one at the end here. This will be the flyleaf that we stick to inside the cover. Okay, so I'm going to make this part first and then do this part. Or not, maybe. How'd I just bugger that up? Wake up, Australia. Oh, I see what I did. Good Lord. Okay. So let me do these one at a time, I think. Yep, that one will go with that. Okay. I'm going to need paper. I'll use the back of my painty wax paper here. Yeah. But what I want to do, so I've got them all out of sync somehow. So that'll be January, right? Yes, that is January. So I've got it upside down is the problem. There's my fly leaves. January, February. Good, 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 good. I only have 1 page for January, but I'm not too worried about it. And then this will be either back or front, and this will be either back or front. Let's use this as the front, use this one as the back. Yes. Yay! Actually, no. We'll put the less fancy one in the back. That one in the front. Now the trick's going to be making sure that every single one of these is as far back and even as possible. Now, how do we do that? With much cussing. Much cussing. Okay. So I'm going to do some serious wishful thinking and hope that my hands work today. Oh. Ow. Oh, I've never had really strong hands. But yeah, as I get older, they're really, really not. Okay. That moves towards the back there. If I keep doing stuff like this, I think I am going to have to make a jig where you get two cutting boards, two really big thick cutting boards, and you drill holes in them, and you've got old thread, and you can just whack all of this in as you need it. Use wing nuts to hold your top board down really tight, and then, yeah, apparently nothing moves. That would be nice. Okay, wishful thinking again. There we go. Now I want to put that as close to the edge as possible, and then I'm going to move this one the same direction, hopefully. Oh, good Lord, maybe not. Ugh. There we go. There we go. Oh, that makes a wrinkle though. I don't like that. Okay, maybe back just a little bit. That one's wrinkling now too. Just a little bit. Okay, what we want to do is make sure that we can get glue on all of these edges, but we want to make sure that we don't smush glue down into... See, and that one sits up just a touch higher. You know what, I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to get my old trusty glue paintbrush here. I just buggered that. Oh my god, I did. Oh. I have no idea where my brain is today. I just don't. Okay. That direction. That one will go that direction. Yes. Okay. Second verse, same as the first. I am Henry VIII, I am Henry VIII, I am. Oh, do not break the book. If you have particularly weak hands, this is not the project for you, so do get help. Alright. I'm going to use... I don't know if I want Eileen's tacky glue or if I want this regular white glue. What I'm going to do is do glue, and then I'll come back and just make sure I've got everything, and then this will be taped. I'll probably use duct tape or something just for the inside edge, the back part, and this edge. And then this surface and this surface will be glued into our cover. Yes. You know, I think I'm just going to use, well, the best glue is the glue that you can reach. Aha. And actually, before I even get that far, I probably ought to... Okay, now I'm having a day. I don't even know. La, 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 la. Seriously, all over the place. Okay, baby wipe, text block, glue. Yeah, I'm not even going to use a paintbrush, I don't think. I should be able to rub that and get it on everything. Looks like it. We want it on evenly as we can get it. Not sure I like the curves of this bottom corner. Oh my god, that's pretty. Nice. Alright, we should be okay, I think. Alright, so we're going to let that sit for a first drying. Unfortunately, I don't have any more of these giant clips. I do need to get some more like this bulldog one here. Not the, not this kind, but this one, because it's got that flat, more of a wide flat tooth, so you get more of even pressure on what you're working with. It's good. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to prop that up and let it dry. let's see. I have a bunch of glue sticks and a thing of paint. That should work right there, I think. Actually, let's move all those and move this whole assembly over here out of the way. So yeah, we'll do that. I'll come back, add a second layer just to be sure. When that's done, we'll duct tape. And then I will do this one. Awesome! Actually, before I get too far ahead of myself again, let's see. This one here is January. That is for Christmas there. And these don't really matter, it looks like, so we're going to do that. Okay, dilemma solved. If you don't have any big, thick rubber bands, definitely get you some. They're great for just random holding things together until you can get to it. Okay, that I should probably move. Okay, what to do next? Let's see, I still have to do these, for birthdays and whatnot. Let's see, I think they're all set up differently too, so I can't just cut them down or anything anyway. No. Well, bugger. Alright, I will keep that as is. Let's see, stickers, Sarah, journals. Yes, I don't know if I want to, actually what I might do is do one for each of the girls. I've got 2 girls that are grown and fabulous. Yeah, maybe I'll do a memory book for each of them. That sounds good. And if I take my time putting it together, maybe it'll be for Christmas next year. Oh. Okay, let's we'll save that because we can paint on it, turn it into belly bands or some such. Okay, these have cute little paper save protector thingy, or paper bookmarks, and expandable pockets in the back for extra stuff. So yeah, perhaps we will, well no, because when I spray stuff I get it everywhere, so I should do the pretty stuff first and just spray these, cover the paper, cover the table in paper and then spray these. Yeah, that makes way more sense. Huh. I also have, I got for Christmas several calendars that I can tear apart and paint the backs off and do fun stuff with those as well. Oh my god, I didn't show you, did I? Did I? I don't know. The mister got me this. Look, cow yoga. Look how funny these are. It's all cows doing yoga. But yeah, and as much as I want to use the squares, how can you not? How can you not just love these? Look, it's just funny. But more than that, as cute as that is, each one of them has, like, this is wisdom. This one says wisdom, and it says, "A brave man acknowledges the strength of others." So it's got a bunch of quotes and stuff. Although this one I could use. Well, no, because that's for this year. Well, phooey, I don't know. And this one's a baby cow, but its face looks very much like a deer. Does it not? Maybe it's just me. How cute is that? Zen. My point is, life is about balance. The good and the bad, the highs and the lows, the pina and the colada. Oh, love it. That's by the fabulous Ellen DeGeneres. The best fighter is never angry. I'll work on it. But yeah, so So I got to figure out how I want to incorporate these as well, because they're just too amazing. Too amazing. Maybe I can do that as a spread or a reminder in one of these books for the Traveler's Notebook. That would be hilarious. I don't know. I'll figure it out. So, wait for that to dry. Add another layer. Okay, I'll check back in. Okay, just a quick check-in here. I am currently making covers for what will become the inserts for my Traveler's Notebook cover. And for all of those that have ever asked me about the painty papers and stuff that I make and what can you do with them, this is one of the most beautiful examples I can think of right now. These are painty papers that I got from my Secret Santa swap from Tammy. These painty papers are going to become the covers instead of my plain craft paper one here. They will be the new inserts. And I think so far what I'm planning on is having one for each month. And I'm just going to fill them with printer paper because that's what I have. So I'll have one for each month. And as I'm done with the previous month, I will save all of those and then I'll put them in a book for 2018. They'll have their own slot. They'll all be together with a collection of them for 2018. Right? So yeah, I'm going to finish making these and then I will show them to you when I get them all done. Okay, but yeah, painty papers, notebook covers and inserts, and because these are double-sided, I'm just going to leave them as they is. Oh, I need a nap. As they are, and wait. Oh, I don't know which side I want out. Let's do one this way and one the other way. Yep, and if it looks like they're a little too thin or might get banged up, I might give them a coat of Mod Podge or something. Just so they're a little more protected, but I still want them to be flexible. But I will have a year's worth of those to add to my Traveler's Notebook. So I will have epic, one-of-a-kind organizer stuff, which I'm excited about. Always keep your offcuts and scraps. We're going to find something awesome for those. But yeah, that's one use for painty papers. There, you can do anything you want, any way you'd use paper anyway. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, that's 10, so we need 2 more. Okay. I think this one. But, yeah, wherever you would use paper, you can make your own and use that, especially for giving personalized gifts and such. That's always awesome because you made it. You'll notice I'm not getting precious about measuring these or anything. I'm not too concerned about it. They'll work perfectly as they are. Oh, excuse me. I have such a tickle today. Something blew in the breeze this afternoon, and yeah, breathing is a thing. Okay, so that will give me, let's see, no, that was right. That will give me a year's worth of inserts for my monthly planners. See? Ta-da! I love DIY. It's amazing. And then since I didn't do inside and then outside, I've got 2 of each of those. 2 each of those, and then I started doing it. So what I need to do now, most likely, is break these up here. There we go. These are going to be similar colors. It should be fine though. Let's put this one back here. Which I like that idea there. And, well, let's put this one here. No, this one here needs the green. There we go. Maybe something a little more like that. No, blue. Oh, no, that's not going to work either. I don't know. I will have to play with them and then figure out in what order I want to use them. It doesn't actually matter. Actually, I might start the new year with that one. I love that paper. I love them all. Who am I kidding? Because Tammy did amazing. That's why. Okay, so I will pop back in when I get all of these made. I have the first block of the little book started. I am slowly but surely coming through and gluing along the edges so that each set makes a pocket. And I'm going to make tags, big square tags to fit in each one as well. So that's going to take some work. The second one is still drying. I will have to add some more glue here in a bit. So that's where we are in our update for current projects. Oh, I did, where is it? Here. I did decide that the insert that came with the cover, I'm going to keep as my, that will stay with the cover or be my go-to if I happen to get a new cover. I can't imagine that happening. I know people do that for different sizes, different reasons, different books, but this one is my go-to info, so I don't have to write it down year to year, which I start every year with the same information in the very beginning. AM, PM, pre-bed routines, all the weekly chores and stuff that I hope to do and get to, seasonal stuff. This stuff doesn't change, you know. You have to winterize your faucets, cover your air conditioner, stuff like that. But this is stuff that won't change a lot year to year. So I can put it in this one book and keep it, and then start with my monthly planners after that. Do you know what I mean? If you guys have any questions on this stuff, let me know, because yeah, I may understand something way different than everybody else. I don't know. Makes sense to me. I don't know. I'm gonna really give it a go this year and try and get it all working together. That will be good. But yeah, once I get the planner put together, I will do an update separate on that anyway. I'll do a flip through of where I'm at as far as today's projects, which are about to be wound down. As far as video check-ins, I will at this point check in when all these projects are finished, and I'll show you how they came together. Yeah. Okay, that's it for this update. Love you, bye. Hello, sweeties. Happy New Year, by the way. Since I started this video, what, 2 days ago? Maybe this is day 3. We have brought in the new year, so hopefully this one will go well, or as well as can go. I've decided, since I have so much video already, and it's not anything that we're speeding up or any of that, instead of doing flip throughs, because I still have so much work to do. These are, there's another one, plus, let's see, plus these are all the Traveler's Notebook inserts I made, and they come out beautifully. They're absolutely beautiful. I'm just now starting to put together, let's see, that's my extra one, that'll go there. I'm starting to work on these 3. This will be January. This is for 2018. That will stay in the notebook cover for the year, and this is the one that will stay with the notebook cover and I have something exciting planned for this. Not so much a challenge, but just exercises in mindfulness is the plan. We'll see how long that lasts for. So those are done, and I'm working in those as far as setting up planners and that kind of nonsense. It's taking a little while because I have to break down. This is my bullet journal research and development. Every time I see a layout or whatever I kind of like, you know, I scribble it down in here, see if I like it, see how it looks in my book. These inserts are just a little, they're not quite as wide, but just by a little on each side. The height's the same, so I should be able to use these just as much or just as well as I've used my previous books. So that shouldn't be too much adjusting. But I have new layouts and spreads I desperately want to try. They make sense in my brain. So I've been going through my research and development book for that. And then going through the bullet journal I had for 2017 and seeing if there's anything that actually needs to be migrated or added or what have you. Yeah. So that's going to take, I usually like to take about a week, honestly. That first week, maybe 2 weeks in January, first half of January, to really sit down, go through all of the previous year's stuff, and all the study exercises and stuff I do as to, okay, what am I doing? What do I hope to achieve? What do I need to do in order to get there? What have I tried? Is it working? What's not working? Is it because I'm going about it wrong, or do I just need to chuck that whole plan? That whole thing, it takes time. And I know essentially you should sit down probably before the new year starts and do that, but my Decembers are crazy with all the Christmas projects and whatnot. Even if I plan ahead and have everything done before December, I always come up with more and more and more and add last minute, and then next thing I know it's the new year. So I've ditched that whole thing the last 2 years, sat down for the first half of January and put it all together, and that helps me ease into the new year instead of coming off of a crazy busy December and then trying to hit the ground running and keep up that pace. It's not healthy, it's not good for me, it will kick anxiety and depression into overdrive. It causes shutdown. I used to try and do it that way, and it's just not good. It's not healthy. So, oh, excuse me. So, yeah, we'll take the first half of January to mess around with that and really get all the pieces lined up so that they'll fall into play as we go. And I always try and keep a fluid enough plan that when life happens, which we all know it does, that yeah, that will be fine. But as far as these projects go, I did redo the book that was in the back here that didn't bend at all. It now is fabulous. I just used some cardstock, ripped off the cover, stuck some cardstock on it. I did start by making a serendipity type paper. I just tore up a bunch of those brown paper that I'd used for Christmas cards. Were they Christmas cards? What were they? Oh, Christmas envelopes, I think, is what I used those for. At any rate, I had a bunch of big size scraps, so I just tore up a bunch of those, glued them down, and I've just covered it with some packing tape because it will work just fine. The front cover, I went with a spider web. This is actually from Halloween, but I went with a web because this is communications, and back in the day, most of my communications are online, and back in the day we used to call it the World Wide Web, so I went with web. So in my brain I know that's comms, and I'm going to add it to the middle of my social. There's no point in having them separated, and this should work just fine. So, snap. And yeah, they've it sticks out just a hair more than the edge of the social, which is great because now I can grab it without having to put a tab on it or anything. So that's awesome. And yeah, it works just fine in the back as well. I may have to trim a little packing tape, but other than that, that one's done. So that needs some work. That one's good. This one will need some work as well, or adding to from last year and some new layouts and stuff from the research and development for the bullet journals. So that will be a whole sit-down day to go through all of that. I'm going to add, I have one more actual elastic that from the book proper, and then I'll start making jump bands because I will have, let's see, I won't need February in there for sure, I don't think. But I will have January, I'll have 2018, and I will have this one wedged in there as well. So this thing's going to be, she's going to be chunky. You know how I am with my journals and stuff though, you guys. It's so fluffy, and you know, those aren't wedged in there correctly. I won't have the big, my daughter got me these for Christmas. Check them out. They're really soft. They're like rubber coated, wait, let me do like that maybe. Maybe. The lighting in his, well, I don't have my big lights on. Okay, so we've got a rubber coated giant clip, like a paper clip, but it's really gentle holding. It doesn't like smoosh really hard. So it holds things very gently without dinging them, which is nice. But because I use just printer paper for my my inserts, this paper is not going to hold up to much as far as clips and all that goes. So I'm going to have to figure out something awesome for those. But this, for the most part, will be, oh wait, and this one. And this one will be the beginning of my excursion into traveler's notebooks. Like proper ones. Let's get that back. There it goes. Yeah, and I'm going to have to make charm dangly things and get rid of this because that's not going to work. But yeah, I'm so excited. Okay, so that's all of that nonsense. Let me take a swig of coffee here. Oh my god, I love coffee. Yes, indeed. Okay, I am waiting for, that should be dry now. I'm still working on these little books that I did for the grandbabies. Well, for two of the grandbabies. That one should be ready to go. Looks like it. I've just put some packing tape over the glued spines for the now. This one I gave a little more room. See how the spines, wait, there we go. The spine's a little wider than the other one. This one I squished way down higher up the page, like here. Whereas this one, the clip came only up to here. So it allowed the spine to fan out and have a little more room. So we'll see which works better. I'm still going to do, I'm working on covers. I've got this one here from a cake box. And all I did, from the width of the cake box, I just cut it in half and stuck those halves together with just some school glue. And I've taped the inside with packing tape for now. And I will either paint this or cover it with paper or some such. And we will make, wait, that's the wide one. I planned it for the skinnier one. But it will go like so. And I'm working still on gluing these pages. Since I put them in back to back, I'm gluing them to make pockets. So each one, or just about each one, will be a pocket for other inserts and things. So these will end up quite fluffy by the time I'm done, I'm sure. And I need to make a different cover for this one because the spine is already wider. But yeah, I figure I can do flip throughs or whatever on a part 2 type video. This is pretty much going to be it for this first chunk because it's, good lord, it should be about an hour long, maybe a little over already. figured it'd be a long one. They tend to be going that way. I find the stopping and chatting takes a lot of time. Okay, so those books are almost ready. Traveler's notebooks are all done for a year's worth, and I did 2 extra. 2 or 3 extra. What else were we working on? Oh, I haven't even started these yet, and the reason being I had another idea. It's so dusty in here. New Mexico, when the wind blows, that dirt comes in from everywhere, and it's tiny, fine dirt. Okay, I am torn on whether or not I want to do my regular, just spray all, you know, each of the pages, or if I want to do, I think it's Shannon Green does the watercolor or water stain edges with colors. I may do that. So yeah, I'm going to keep this as a separate project, I think, because we can wet, you know, fold it like so, wet all of this, and then stain the edges and let those colors soak into the pages, which means that just the edge parts here, depending on how far they soak in, will have color, since we plan on sticking stuff in anyway. So we'll see. That's got to think on it some more. The problem with having so many ideas is that they build into the next one, or that this would be better, or so yeah, stuff just gets out a little out of hand sometimes. I think those are all the projects. I think we're caught up. It's taken me longer than I wanted to, but I knew that would happen on account of I'm still knitting. And yeah, I'm about, I think halfway through on that baby blanket, so sitting for 2 days and just trying to crank that out has been good, but man, my hands hurt so bad, hands and wrists. I feel like they're swollen, just like huge, and I've had to, you know, wear my braces to bed, because by bedtime I'm like, rah! I'm a T-Rex, yeah. I feel like I'm forgetting something from this set of videos. I don't believe I am, though, because they're all in here. If you do want to see flip-throughs or whatever on the layouts that I'm going to use, or setups that I'm going to use for my traveler's notebooks, let me know below, and I'll do a video on that. I'm not going to do anything exciting, I don't think, as far as planner videos go. It's all just basic layouts and stuff. I started collecting things from, well, these are candies I've been eating all weekend while I'm knitting. And under that were some, I found this morning, the little crepe paper type tissue paper cutouts from one of the big, huge celebratory party poppers, the great big ones, that the neighbors were all blowing up last night. But they're all floating around the yard today, so I went around and picked up a handful of them, and I'll stick them in as Happy New Year, January 2018. But yeah, I'm excited. The more I sit and think on this and work through it and whatever, the more really excited I am about it. So, yeah, that should be, it should come together nicely. It really should. So yeah. That's it for this video, I think, my loves. Let me know what you, what projects you have to bring in the new year, and how that's working out for you. As always, if you have any questions, hit me up in the comments below, and I will do my best to find you an answer. I hope this year really does go well for you. I know a lot of life happens, and it's not always good, but we have to have the crap to know how precious the good is. Always keep that in mind. You will make it through, okay? And you're not alone. There's so many of us. We have a huge community. And when things get really tough, turn to your art journal. Just art that crap out. Seriously. I believe in it wholeheartedly. Art therapy is amazing. But I love you guys. Love you, love you. Happy New Year. Okay, bye.